focus about the Indian scenario being an economist, retired economist, but not a tired economist. So, as you know that we have been teaching a lot of economics. While I was a professor of economics on health, illiteracy, prevention of diseases, and these are the areas, and health cost, health economics. Health economics is a big area, as you know, that we make the cost benefit analysis on the health, investment, health projects, medical treatment, so many aspects. And since then, I know that the India, which requires today, not only India, whole world requires today only one thing, prevention. Prevention is the mantra for future health in the world. And India, there is no other option. We have to go for prevention, 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 prevention for 1.3 billion population. Otherwise, I think we will be erased. That speed diseases are multiplying. I don't want to give the statistics here because, as you know, that because of the time constraint, but I know that each disease, what is the percentage to the population, what is the percentage to the world population. In the case of India, it may be diabetes, it may be hypertension, it may be stroke, it may be systemic failures, it may be viral and bacterial diseases, huge disease burden we have to bear. And as you know, that latest statistical survey in the case of US shows, unless the US is going to control the disease, that prevent the disease, by 2026 US health budget is going to collapse. That is the biggest worry for US President Obama. He is now thinking what to do. What to do, where to search for money for health insurance, medical treatment, admission, hospitalization, so many things. If economic situation of health is so critical in the case of US, you can imagine what is the situation of a developing country like India. We are not even spending 3% of our GDP on the health, public expenditure, while all these countries are spending more than 10%. World average is about 10. Even poorest of the poor countries, Ethiopia, or Nigeria, Kenya, Pakistan, they spend better than India. Because of our size of the population, it is not possible by the government to spend so much on nursing the disease. Now, I was looking into one of the states like Karnataka. They were assessing how many additional medical colleges were required. Recently, while I read an article, how many medical doctors are required, how many nurses are required, how many primary health centers. If you are going to look into that, I don't think it is possible by anybody to that extent to increase the number of hospitals, doctors, pharmacies, drugs to match with the rise in the population. Population of diseases. Hence, the only way is to go for a massive prevention. And everybody have realized today, as you know, that one of the important problems, if you are going to take up like acute malnutrition and anemia, Prime Minister of a country can declare in the parliament malnutrition is a national shame. 42% of the children in India below the age of 5 die because of acute malnutrition. Imagine the scenario of health. It is not only acute malnutrition of children, women, pregnant women. Recent statistical survey of the Health Ministry of Health, it shows that 91% of the women who are pregnant in India are not 100% safe for delivery because of the nutritional deficiency. Imagine what is the situation. And what about the feeding mothers? There is again anemia. What about the working population? 30% of the working population between above age of 18 and below 60, it is said to be anemic. And above 60%, 70% of the population are having the nutritional deficiency. And these are all an indication that where we are going to in terms of multiplication of disease. Everywhere in the world, they have now understood that the only way is to prevent. As you know that not only the rise in the disease, the number of diseases which are drug resistant, which is even more dangerous than a terrorist threat. Recent analysis and survey done around the globe shows that like New Delhi superbug, all of you know, where is much discussion around the globe because of the drug-resistant bacteria. And multi-drug resistant diseases are increasing. That is why nutritionists, doctors, experts, they are of the opinion that we have to go in a big way to promote the nutritional factor for the people to create immunity in the human body. As you know that nutritional immunodeficiency syndromes like AIDS, NIDS is the big threat today. Nutritional immunodeficiency syndrome. Lot of diseases which are being caused because of the deficiency of nutrition. So I thought being in a sector of promoting health, prevention of disease, along with our wonderful founder, Dr. Lim Seo Jin, and this wonderful product of spirulina, we have emotionally promoted at the grassroots level to improve the nutritional level of not only dying children. They are very critical. It is very emotional. Saving the life of a child. Saving the life of a child is more pious, more precious than going to temple to me. Temple is only the next. Because saving life, what God wants you to save the life, not kill the life. And that way, we thought while we wanted to take up this project, particularly the poorest of the poor children, and girl babies, we have selected girl children because as you know that even female feticide is still going on in India. At the same time, girl children are not given enough attention of normal nutrition, food at home. Hence, naturally, if we are of some use for such children, girl babies to save, I thought, and they most appropriately, those who have selected the project, they have adopted. I must thank Dr. Manivasagam to selecting the girl children to this spirulina project. And you can understand the cost is so effective, so economical. Please don't have in your mind that the cost is unaffordable. With only 10 rupees, we can save a child, 10 rupees per day, 10 rupees only. Dr. Lim was surprised. He was thinking that we have given 5 grams, 6 grams, 7 grams. That is the critical condition of acute anemia where generally nutritionists or doctors suggest 3 to 5 grams. Dr. Esamasagoda, he is an expert on spirulina. He is a spirulina bioscientist from Japan. He says 3 to 5 grams in the mild and moderate and acute anemia. But we have given 3 spirulina per day. In that tremendous result, I must thank this whole research group and experts and doctors, paramedical staff and lab technicians who have done a wonderful work. I must appreciate and acknowledge that because they have recorded all the parameters, body mass index, and height and weight, and head circumference, isn't it? And even, pardon? Biochemical, all the, because I am not a technical expert, I don't know many of this, I don't know anything about medicine, I am an economist, only cost factor I am looking into. And so, I am referring to, but they have done a wonderful work, and spirulina is a wonderful product. And I have experimented on my own health last 13 years. My hemoglobin is 17.5. I am maintaining. And you can get the blood from me anywhere you touch. Thanks to spirulina. Thanks to nutrition. Wish you all the best. And please support the project. I am sure Dr. Lim will take up, some announcement to have our permanent understanding with Annamalai University, one of the oldest private universities in India. And I congratulate all of you, particularly Dr. Chidambaram giving such a tremendous support to the department. And I must thank all the bodies involved here and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.